An instruction pipeline consists of 4 stages: fetch, decode, execute, and result write. The 5 instructions in a certain instruction sequence need these stages for the different number of clock cycles as shown by the table below. Find the number of clock cycles needed to perform the 5 instructions. So here the difference is, for each instruction, the number of cycles required for each phase is different, and that is different for different instructions. So suppose in our first clock cycle, our instruction I1 is fetched, and instruction I1 need 1 clock cycle to complete fetching. After fetching in the next clock cycle, it moves to the decode stage and it needs 2 cycles to complete decoding the instruction. Then it moves to the execute stage, execute it for 1 cycle and write back for 1 cycle. So at the end of 5th clock cycle, we get an instruction I1 out. And in the second clock cycle, while I1 moves to the decode stage, our fetch unit is free. It can start fetching the next instruction I2. It needs 1 cycle to complete fetching. When fetching is over, I2 can move to the decode stage, but the decode unit is not free to accept the results from the instruction I2. Hence, it will wait for one more clock cycle. At the 4th clock cycle, I2 will move to the decode stage, and it needs 2 cycles to complete decoding, then move to the execute state for 2 cycles, finally return back for 1 cycle. Similarly, at cycle 3, when fetch unit is free, fetching instruction I3 is started. It needs 2 cycles to complete fetching the instruction. Then it can move to the decode stage, but the decode unit is not free. Thus wait for one more cycle. At clock cycle 6, I3 is in the decode stage for 1 cycle. Then in the execute stage, when execute stage becomes free, I3 is executed for 3 cycles, then return back for 2 cycles. I4 fetch starts at the 5th clock cycle. It's fetched for 1 cycle and then it moves to the decode stage. When the decode unit becomes free, it will be there for 3 cycles. Then it moves to the execute stage. It will be there for 2 cycles and return back for 1 cycle. And I5 is fetched at the 6th clock cycle. When the decode unit is free, I5 moves to the decode stage for 2 cycles. When execute stage is free, I5 moves to the execute stage for 1 cycle, finally return back for 2 cycles. So we will take 15 clock cycles to complete the processing of these 5 instructions.